Okay, so today's topic is articles. Okay, so I don't have to give an introduction for articles because you have been studying right from your school, right? So you know that there are two types of articles. One is the definite article and the indefinite article. எதெல்லாம் definite articleன்னு சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Definite articleன்றது எது, indefinite articleன்னா எது தெரியாதா? Okay, I'll tell you, not a problem. See, um, you know this letter, right? The, you know that, right? So this is definite article. Okay, it's definite article. And what are the other two articles? One is a and the other one is an. இது ரெண்டு இருக்கா? A and an is called as indefinite article. Okay, இப்போ வந்து in order to understand how to use articles correctly, we need to learn a lot of rules. There are a lot of rules here to use these articles in the proper way. சரிங்களா? அதுக்கு போகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி we have to study a little about nouns. So the first thing that we have to do is we need to know what is nouns. So any idea what nouns are? You can speak there.
Naming words.
Very good. Nouns are naming words. So it can name anything, na? Our name or a place name or a thing's name. It can almost name anything. Very good. Now let us not get into the different types of nouns because we have a lot of types, right? Like proper noun, abstract noun, concrete noun. அது மாதிரி நிறைய இருக்கு. அதுக்குள்ள எல்லாம் போக வேண்டாம். But we'll get into what it is called as countable and uncountable now because that is very important. Okay. So the first thing that you have to understand is we have something called as countable and the other one is uncountable, right? இது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். Countable nouns are something that can be counted. You know that. And uncountable noun is something that we cannot count. Okay, as simple as that. So for example, I'll tell you. If I write a word banana, banana, is it countable or uncountable?
Countable.
Why do we call it as countable?
Because we can count the number of bananas.
Very good. We can count the number of bananas. Very good. So in case there are more bananas, what you would say? If there are more bananas, what would you say? You will say like this. You will say 2 bananas. Yeah. Or 3 bananas or 4 bananas, like that, right? Yeah. Or you can say like this, right? Like you can say many bananas, right? Or you can say a lot of bananas. இதெல்லாமே நமக்கு தெரியும் இல்லையா? இதெல்லாம் நமக்கு தெரியும். இதெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். You know how to use it. So the basic thing is banana can be singular and the same word can also be plural if you add yes. But if you want to particularly tell how many bananas there, then you will put the numbers like 2 bananas or 3 bananas or 4 bananas. So this is the basic thing that you have to understand between a countable and an uncountable noun. Now let's look into uncountable noun now. இப்போ uncountable noun பார்த்தீங்கன்னா I tell you uncountable nounன்றது for example I say rice. Rice is uncountable, right? Is it countable or uncountable?
Yes, sir. Uncountable.
Okay, very good. For example, if I want to say I eat rice every day, is it countable or uncountable? It is uncountable, right? So it doesn't matter in which type of sentence it comes. Okay, all it matters is you cannot count rice. Okay, rice means we are not very definite about the quantity. It can be little, it can some. Now for example, you can say I need some rice. Okay, something like that you can say, but you cannot number it. You cannot say one rice or two rice like that, right? So this is one thing that you have to understand. Okay, so there are many types of countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, fine. Ipo, we'll see another word. For example, you say song. Is it countable or uncountable? Any idea?
Uncountable, sir.
Yeah, uncountable. Ta. For example, can't I say I?
எந்த சாங்னு மென்ஷன் பண்ணலல்ல சார்.
Okay, எந்த song mention பண்ணல அப்படின்றீங்க.
ஆ, ஆ.
Okay, for example, if I say I sang a song, in this example, I sang a song. இதுல என்ன சொல்வீங்க? Does it mean uncountable dear? Why should I write it as a song? Then a song means it refers to only one song, right? A particular song. But I'm not telling which song, but I'm telling I sang a song, right?
எஸ் சார்.
Yeah, so that means this is a countable noun. See, when you look at the word, you feel like it is uncountable, but actually it is a countable noun because you can count the number of songs. Imagine there are 50 songs in an album. You can count all the 50 songs, right? Imagine there are 500 songs in an album. You can still count all the songs, right? Yeah, so it is countable. Okay, so song, the word song is countable. Similarly, let's look at another word now. For example, say cups, cups. Countable or uncountable?
Countable, sir.
Very good,
Countable.
countable. We can easily count how many number of cups are there, right? It's very simple. We can easily count. Now, why I'm teaching you all these things or topics is that there is a relationship between countable, uncountable nouns and articles. Okay, because it all depends on whether the noun is countable or not countable. The use of articles that I'm telling. Okay, so for example, if I say, I need a pen. Now that means I'm telling I need just one pen, right? I need just one pen, and it can be any pen. I'm not very particular about which pen I want. I'm just saying I just need a pen. Okay, so this is one thing that you have to understand. Now, pen is something that is countable, so I am using an article here, and this is one thing that you guys have to understand. Okay, then for example, a next word like money, money. Is it countable or uncountable?
Countable, sir.
Sure. இப்போ நான் கேட்குறேன், do you have any moneyன்னு கேட்குறேன். கவுண்டபிளா அன்கவுண்டபிளா? இப்போ கவுண்டபிளாக இருந்தேன்னா நம்ம வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், இல்லை ஆன் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். ஓகே தானே? இல்லை டெஃபினட் ஆர்டிக்கிள் கூட யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், கூட யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். அப்போ வந்து மணின்னு நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுவோமா? கேன் யூ சே மணி? வில் யூ சே மணி? கிவ் மீ
நோ
மணி.
சார்.
Then that
No,
means
sir.
what? Yeah, then it means it is
இட்ஸ்
uncountable.
uncountable.
Very good. It is uncountable. அதுதான் எப்போதுமே என்ன பண்ணணும்னா கவுண்டபிள் அன்கவுண்டபிள் ஈஸியாக கண்டுபிடிச்சிடலாம். நீங்கள் ஆர்டிக்கிள் போட்டிங்கன்னா அது வந்து இஃப் இட் இஸ் அக்ரீஸ் தென் it should be countable. If it doesn't agree, if you feel that it is a mistake, it is not normal, then that would be uncountable. For example, say water. Next one, say water. Countable or uncountable?
Uncountable, sir.
Very good, uncountable. You can't, ஏன்னா we cannot say a water, right? But you can say I need
Yes, sir.
a cup of water ன்னு சொல்ல முடியும்.
Water.
A cup of tea, very good. A cup of tea, a cup of water ன்னு சொல்ல முடியும், but you cannot say a water. Okay, so these are some things that you have to understand. Okay, so இது வரைக்கும் புரிஞ்சாடா எல்லாமே? இதில் ஏதாவது
Yes,
டவுட்ஸ்
sir.
இருக்கா?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let's go to the other one. Okay, now I'm going to, yeah, this word. What is this? Oh, I'm sorry, it's not right. What is that? Is it visible for you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is electricity. My handwriting is not right. Okay, so it's electricity. So electricity, is it countable or uncountable? ரொம்ப சிம்பிள் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது. இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நீங்கள் an electricity
Uncountable, sir.
uncountable. Uncountable. An electricity நம்ம சொல்ல மாட்டோம்ல, electricity நம்ம சொல்ல மாட்டோம்ல. You understand? We simply say electricity, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so based on the use of articles, we will be able to understand whether a noun is a countable noun or uncountable noun. Okay, this is one thing that you guys have to understand. Then so the rule is this: you have to use see you have to use a or an with singular countable nouns. Okay, you have to use a or an with singular countable noun. Singular countable noun னா நீங்க எதை வேணா எடுத்துக்கலாம். Anything like say pen, table, book, anything, almost like mobile. You can write whatever you know. Now as you see, all these things can be counted. Even if there are many such things, you can still count them, and you use article uh, based on the noun and based on the sound also. That will get into the next one, right? For example, இங்க என்ன article வரும்னு சொல்ல முடியுமா இதுக்கு? பென்னுக்கு?
App pen, sir.
Very good. Pen. Tableக்குமா?
Add table.
Very good. Bookக்கு?
App book, sir.
Okay. And mobileக்கு?
As, sir.
Yeah, very good. A mobile. Okay, so all these things are correct. Now tell me, on what basis you say a comes here for everything?
It's a single.
Countable, sir.
Okay, one thing is it is countable and it is single in number, so we use okay. Now I'm asking, why should you use a and why not an?
Sir, because AEIOU is not in the pronunciation.
Okay, சரி, இப்போ அடுத்த ஒரு விஷயத்துக்கு போறோம். Very good. So we have been taught in the school that wherever you have a, e, I, o and u, these sounds, it's not letters. If these sounds come in, what should I say, if it comes in the sounds, then you have to produce an. If it doesn't come, then you have to produce a. This is what your teachers would have taught you. Okay, but what they did not teach you is this. Now a, e, I, o, u is only just 5 sound. Okay, but actually in English we have 20 vowel sounds. Okay, we have 20 vowel sounds, but here only 5 vowel sounds are shown, right? So you have to kind of learn all the 20 vowel sounds. That is one thing. And then totally we have 24 consonant sounds. It's called as consonants. consonants, consonant sounds. Now what you have to understand is, whenever these 20 vowel sounds come, you have to use an, and wherever these 24 consonant sounds come, you have to use a. அப்போ You come back to this example, you see penna. In that pen, the first letter is P. The alphabet is P, but the sound is pa. Okay, the sound is pa. So pa sound comes in consonant. Okay, pa is one of the 24 sounds. So that is the reason why we use then similarly table la T irukku. Alphabetல வந்து we call it as T, but the pronunciation it has to be ta. Okay, ta. So what you have to understand is this: ta is part of the consonant sound. It is one among the 24 sounds, and that is the reason why we have a here. Again, this is ba. Okay, it's not b. B na அது வந்து it refers to the alphabet. Okay, to the letter. But when you read the this one phonetics na, you will have to look at it as sound. Okay, in that case this is ba sound. So whenever ba sound comes, it is again from consonant. So before a consonant sound you have to use a mobile ma. Ma is a consonant sound. So before that I am using so in order to understand articles properly, we need to learn something called as IPA, that is International Phonetic Alphabet. It's called as IPA. So all you have to do is just go to Google and give IPA whenever you are free. You can give IPA chart, and it will show you a chart. Okay, I'll try to show you now. Maybe you will understand that very clearly. This thing is visible for Sharmi dear, you'll hear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. So what I'm going to do is this dear, I've just gone to Google and I'm going to type IPA chart, chart. Okay, so when I type IPA chart, you'll be go to images. Okay, just go to images and you see a yellow color, gray color chart here. Just click on that. So once you click on that, you'll have to load it in a new page. Okay, okay, I'm opening it in the new page. Okay, can you see this chart now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, so this is called as phonetic chart ma. இது வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியம், ஆர்டிகிள்ஸ்க்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியம். And other thing is, it is very important for pronunciation. If you want to improve your pronunciation, and if you read this thoroughly, then you don't have to really ask somebody how to pronounce it. You can look at the dictionary, read these symbols, and you can find the right pronunciation for the word. That is how this chart will help you. So this chart I'll handle it in a separate class, but now I want you to understand that this is also useful for articles. Okay, so one important thing that you have to understand is this: if you look at the first box, that is the light gray, can you see the difference between the light gray color and the thick gray color here?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, everything, all the gray color, they are vowels dear. Okay, the top three this thing na, they are vowels. Okay, so and the yellow color you see, they are consonant sounds. It is given here very clearly, all these are consonant sounds, and all the above are vowel sounds. So that means what, whenever you have any sound from this gray box in the word, that is in the beginning. Okay, not in the middle or in the end. If any of these sound comes in the word in the beginning, then you have to put an for vowels. Okay, and they've also given you the example word. Now the first symbol that you see is e symbol. E symbol. Okay, when you put two dot in a symbol, it means it is a long sound, and when there is no dot na, that is a short sound. So we call it a short vowel sound and long vowel sound. So here you see sheep, right? So when you say sheep, you're trying to you know extend the sound, right? You say E, okay? So this sound comes here. This particular sound comes in this place, but it is denoted in alphabet or a letter, okay? Because we cannot use a symbol as it is, so they are writing it in a this one letter or alphabet format. But we understand that this is a vowel sound. Now, but the point is, when these vowel sounds come in the beginning, only in the beginning, then you will have to decide that you have to use an, okay? Otherwise, you will not use an, you will use a. Now, similarly, when you go to consonants, the same thing, okay? Now, if you want me to read it, I will tell you. See, this is pa sound. The next one is ba, then ta, da, then cha, ja, ka, ga, fa, va, ta, the, sa, za, sha, ja. The last one is ja, television. Okay, and then we have ma, na, ing, ha, la, ra, va, ya. So these are called as consonant sounds. This particular chart I will try to handle it separately in a session so that you will understand it very clearly. As of now, my point is only this here. Whenever there is a vowel sound, you have to put an, and whenever there is a consonant sound, you will put a. This is the thing that you have to understand. But why am I asking you to learn all these symbols? Only when you learn all these symbols, you will know which is a vowel and which is a consonant, and which article I'm supposed to uh, put. That is what is more important. Okay, so I'll tell you now. I'll show you that this thing. I'll tell you now. If you look at the word boat, can you see the word boat here in the consonant, the second word?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the boatன்றதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா the first letter is B, right? The alphabet is B. That means the letter is B. But how do we pronounce it? It is ba. Okay, ba. When ba combines with the next vowel sound O, it becomes bo. That is how the construction starts. So as of now, you don't have to worry about the other letters here. Just focus on the first letter. They've underlined the first letter, no? So that is ba sound. So ba வந்து எங்க இருக்கு? It is there in the consonant section. So that means whenever the sound ba comes, you will use only a. That is why you say a boat. Okay, you don't say an boat. Okay, you say a boat. Similarly, you see the next word tea. I need a cup of tea. You say a tea, you don't say an tea. Okay, because it is not a vowel sound, it is a consonant sound. Similarly, dog, cheese, June, everything, all these sounds na, it is always a, because the starting word is a consonant. And in the vowels, you'll be able to find out whether it is a vowel or not. That I'll show you here. For example, ஓகே, இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வவலுக்கு கொஞ்சம் எக்ஸாம்பிள் பார்க்கலாம். I'll put simple example. Like for example, you say apple. What is it? What is the first letter? Is it a vowel or a consonant?
Vowel, sir.
Yeah, it is a vowel. Very good. அதில் யோசிக்க என்ன இருக்கு? It is a vowel because a is a vowel sound. Yeah, it's not a consonant. Vowel sound. அப்போ நம்ம என்ன சொல்லணும்? You'll have to say an apple. Right? You don't say a apple. You'll always say an apple because this word starts with a vowel sound. Okay. Now similarly, you say egg. Again, you will say an egg. Right? You don't say a egg. You say I ate an egg. Right? Like that. So this is one thing that you have to understand. Right? And this is very important. Okay. You have any doubts so far, dear?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
One more word I'll give you. For example, Umbrella. What would you say?
An umbrella.
Very good, an umbrella. Why is it an umbrella? Because
It's a
It's a
vowel
verbal
sound.
sound.
it's a vowel sound. Which is a vowel sound? Then what is the sound?
You.
Is it you? You na அது umbrella தானே சொல்லணும்.
Sir.
Ah, very good. It is umbrella. You say this sound comes there. Okay, this is the symbol. It is not u or u sound. U sound னா umbrella சொல்லணும். But நம்ம அப்படி pronounce பண்றதில்ல. We say umbrella. That means we pronounce it as a sound. So a is a vowel sound, and that's the reason why you say an umbrella. As simple as that. So this particular formation you have to learn a little here. Then it will be easy for you. Okay, this is one thing that you have to understand. Okay, uh, so no doubts so far. Okay, so I think you're clear with using countables and uncountable nouns. Let's get into articles now. Okay, now when it comes to articles, I told you we have a and the next one we have is the, right? A and an is called as definite article, and sorry, a or an is called as indefinite article, and the is called as definite article. Now, can you tell me why we call the as definite article? Any idea? Any idea why we call the as? You can pronounce it as the or the based on whether the next word is a vowel or a consonant. Any idea? Why do we say definite? This is definite art.
Because it's countable.
அப்படியா? இது வந்து indefinite. We call it as indefinite. I'll tell you why. It is very simple. Now I say a or an because I don't know whether the person or thing or object, whatever it is that I'm talking about, I don't know whether it is like particular or I'm not sure what it is. Now for that is why I gave a sample. Mm, a table. I come to your class, dear. I stand in the front and I say, show me a table. I say, what would you think? How would you react? I say, show me a table. How will you respond to me? Won't you think like which table sir is asking to show? Or if I ask you, give me a pencil, what would you feel? What am I trying to say here? Give me a pencil. Guess பண்ணுங்க ரொம்ப easy. Try பண்ணுங்க. If I come and ask you, give me a pencil, how will you respond? You will give me a pencil, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
sir.
but I'm not asking. I'm not being very particular about which type of pencil I want, right? I'm just asking any pencil. You understand? I'm not saying I need a red color pencil or I need a orange color pencil. Do I mention that? No, right? So that means whenever we use this word a or say an, we are, what you have to understand, not particular. You get my point here? We are not
Yes, sir.
particular. This is the thing that you have to understand. So the idea is this. When I see, I'll give you one more example. You will understand. Um, when I say I went to a doctor, what am I trying to say here? I say I went to a doctor. What am I trying to mean here? What does this particular uh, terms mean? I went to a doctor. Say I'm coming and telling you I went to a doctor. Okay. So what do I mean? Am I giving a complete clue about which doctor I saw from this sentence? Do you understand that? Like which doctor I went and saw, consulted? Are you getting that clue here?
No,
You're,
No,
sir.
sir.
nah, you're not getting that clue, right? So I'm just saying I went to a doctor. That means it could be any doctor. It is not very particular. It could be any doctor. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm using this. That is the reason why I'm using this. But I can also say like this, dear. This also you have to understand. I can say I went to the doctor. Can I say this? Is it grammatically correct? This particular term, the doctor, it is correct. Anything wrong here? It's correct only, na?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I went to the doctor is correct. Now, what is the difference between I went to a doctor and I went to the doctor? Both sentences are correct. Grammatically, meaningfully, both are correct. Okay, there is nothing wrong. The only difference is this: when I say I went to a doctor, it just means it could be any doctor. The speaker is not concerned about telling which doctor it is to the listener, nor the listener is also concerned about which doctor the speaker went and consulted. They are not. They're really not worried about which doctor it is. The idea is more important here. Okay, you went to a doctor. Now are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. My health is good. That's all. I don't really want that information. Which doctor? So in that case, when you're not being very particular, then you will say a or an. Okay. When the person is not important, or you don't want to tell who it is, then you can use like this. But when you say the doctor, if I come, see, imagine I'm talking about, say, I'm talking about your biology class teacher. Okay, I'm talking about your biology class teacher. Now you know that who your biology class teacher is, and I also know who your biology class teacher is. And this is only for an example. Okay, so I'm coming and talking about your biology class teacher. Then I would say, did you seek, like for example, I would say, like okay, did you get the opinion? I'm asking. Okay, you wanted to get some opinion from your class teacher or something. I'm asking you, did you get the opinion? I'm asking. Okay, then here I'm using the term the. Okay, now when I'm talking about this sentence, you know that I'm talking about your teacher, that is particularly about the biology teacher. So I'm saying, did you get the opinion? So that means we know which person we are talking about, and which person I am referring to as a speaker. Okay, I'll give one more example for your understanding. I would say, mm, I have a car. Then I would say the car is white in color, like that. I'm saying. Okay, I say I have a car, the car is white in color. Now, what you have to notice, when the first time I'm talking about the car, I'm just saying I have a car because I want to tell I have a car, right? I don't say I have car, right? I have to say I have a car. It is just one car, okay? And but when I'm continuing the sentence and talking about the same noun again, I have to convert this A into the. So I would say the car is white in color because I've already referred that noun here. Now I'm talking about the same noun again. So I would say the car is white in color because I'm being very particular. Now what I'm trying to say, the car that I have is white in color. The car that I have is white in color. So I'm being very specific here. That is the thing that you have to understand. I'm being very specific. Okay, but here I'm not very particular. I'm just writing it in my own way. You get the idea, dear? Do you understand the rule? Any doubts so far? Is it very confusing, ma? um, is it audible, dear? Are you people there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine, done. I thought the meeting got cut. Fine. Now what I'll do is I will give you one more example. When I say, is there a bank nearby? When I'm saying, is there a bank nearby? You see, I'm talking about any bank. I'm just asking if there is any bank nearby. So I'm not very particular about which bank it is. All I need, I just want to go to the bank. So I say, is there a bank nearby? Now the same rule applies here. Bar sound is a consonant sound. That's the reason why I'm using a here. And I'm not particular about any bank. So I just want to go to any bank. Okay. So I say a bank. So is there a bank nearby? This is one thing that you have to understand. The next one is, for example, I say, I want to go to the bank, okay, to deposit the money, something like that. Now when I want to tell this sentence, you see what I'm using. I want to go to the bank. I'm saying the bank to deposit the money. So that means I'm being very particular about which bank I want to go. That specific bank I want to go to deposit the money that I'm having in my hand. So I'm very particular about which money also. Say I can't write money. I told you in the beginning, we cannot write money. This is wrong. But here I can use the money because I'm trying to tell which money I want to deposit. The money that I have, the money that I have in my hand, that I want to deposit. Now these are ways in which the articles function. These are things that you have to understand. Okay, one more example I'll give you. Okay. Now you write this. You say, I want a job. Now this means you want any job. This is any job. But if I write like this, did you get the job that you were looking for? Okay. Now you see how the articles work here. The first thing is you're trying to say, I just want a job. It could be any job. I just want a job. But here you are trying to say, the speaker is trying to ask his friend or something, did you get the job that you were looking for? That means the person was looking at the looking to get into a job, was looking for a specific kind of job. And the person who's speaking here is asking, did you get that job, that specific job that you wanted? So for this kind of specific specific meaning, you have to use the definite article. That is why we say the is a definite article. Okay, so this is how you will use definite and indefinite article, and the usage is very important. Okay, so these are some basic things that you have to understand. Okay, similarly, you guys should also know that there are so many rules when it comes to articles. Okay, not just this. Whatever I've told you so far is just a basic rule, right? Then you have to understand how to use articles with say time, date, seasons, like that. For example, when we talk about time, it is like you say morning, right? Morning, we say morning, right? Or you say afternoon, afternoon, or you say evening, right? So wherever you are using this, you have to use which one? You have to say in the morning, then you have to say in the afternoon, in the evening. This is the construction. Okay, it is default, but you can also say uh, like this. See, for night, for night, you don't say you know like other ways. You have to say at night. This is preposition. Okay, so you have to say at night always. Okay, but here you can say I will meet you in the morning, I'll meet you in the afternoon, I'll meet you in the evening, like that. Okay, these are things that you have to understand. Okay, the next one can be whenever you're referring to uh, uh, kilo or uh, like kg, like that there are many things per, wherever you want to use this word per, per kg or per kilo, then you can say I bought a kilo of something, right? So these are ways in which you can use the article a. Okay, these are other places where you can use the articles. So any doubts so far, dear?
No, sir.
Okay da, இதெல்லாம் போக you should also know about this one. Now for example, whenever there is something unique, okay, whenever we have something unique, like say earth or sun or moon, anything like this, whichever is unique, you will say the, you'll say the earth, the sun, the moon. Similarly for books also, like books, for example the Bible, you say the Bible, or the Ramayana, like that, because these books are considered to be unique and very popular, and there is no replacement for these books. Okay, the Quran, the Bible, the Ramayana, all these things. Similarly, you should also use the definite article for designations, like for example the president. Okay, you'll say the president, you'll say the prime minister, right? Prime minister, like that. Similarly, you will use for certain countries. Okay, not every country. Normally, we don't say the India. Do we say the India? No, it's wrong, right? We don't say the India, because India normally it doesn't come for places. We don't use articles for places. That you have to understand. But there are exceptions, like for example, say the West Indies. The West Indies is there, right? Um, then so many uh, places are there. Now the United Kingdom, no, the United Kingdom is there. For this, you have to use the definite article. The similarly, the United States of America. Okay, the United States of America. Full, when you are using it in the full form, you have to use the term the. Okay, these are exceptions. The United Kingdom, like that. Okay, so you should also understand that there are places which will take the, and there are also places that doesn't take the. This is also applicable for other places also. For example, we talk about rivers. You say the Ganga, right? Or the Nile. You say the Nile River, right? Now, see, these are unique. In that sense, we can use the. But when something is not unique, we are not supposed to use these things. Or indefinite article, a or an. That is not right. Okay. So wherever you have this uniqueness, that is universe, for example, universe, you always say the universe, right? Similarly, whenever you mention the direction, for example, you say the east, the west, like that, the north, the south, like that. This also you should remember. For seasons also, again, spring, autumn, then you know, winter, summer, இதுக்கெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். Okay, இதுக்கெல்லாமே again you guys can use. See, the way that you have to learn using articles is by looking at examples, by solving examples and solving questions, because always this articles topic is very very tricky. Okay, we make a lot of mistakes. Both articles and prepositions, we make a lot of mistakes. It happens, but then if you want to use it properly, then you guys have to solve a lot of questions, as many questions as possible. Similarly, now you can always say the breakfast, the lunch, I'll meet you at the dinner, like that. Okay, the usage. Okay, then again for this thing also you can use, like for example, again uniqueness. Now ocean, we'll say the Indian Ocean, yeah, the Pacific Ocean, like that. These are things that you can use, and you have to remember where to use. These are very basic things that you might be knowing already, but I'm just explaining you now. Now we come to one important area. I'll try to tell you that. And okay, now okay, I'll give you two sentences that you have to find out what is the difference between these two sentences. Say, I went to church. This is one. I went to the church uh, to see my friend. Now, can you tell me what is the difference between these two sentences, and why I'm not using any article in this sentence, and why I'm using article in this sentence? Can you guess? It's okay if it is wrong. You can just think about it.
So in first sentence, you are not specific about why are you going to this church, and in second sentence, you are specific about why are you going to the church.
Okay, good. But yeah, what if I write here, like say this? Does it make any change? Now, does it make any change? Both are correct, but there's nothing wrong in both the sentences. Both are acceptable and both are correct. The only thing that you guys have to find out is what is the difference. Why? See, what I'm asking is why can't I say I went to the church to pray? Okay, I'll give you one more sentence and see whether you can find it out. Okay, now say my brother is in prison for robbery, robbery. Okay, this is one sentence. The other one is, say, some example like it's E. Okay, Ken. Okay, keep it as Ken. Ken went to the prison to see his uncle. Now, can you tell me why I'm using the prison here and why I'm not using any article here? I think you can find it out if you are trying to closely look at the sentence. Any guesses, dear? Okay, I'll tell you. Shall I tell? Not an issue. Okay, I'll tell dear. See, when you're trying to say this particular sentence, I went to church to pray. That means you're going to church to pray. That is, why do we go for church to pray? So that means if you're going to church for which it was created, the church was created for us to pray, right? For example, it is a place of worship, so we go there to pray. So that means I'm using this place for the purpose that it was created. So there is no change. Why everybody go to temple to pray? Why everybody go to church to pray? That means I don't have to use the article the, because I'm going to that place for which it was constructed, for which it was created, for the same purpose. So that means I don't have to use the. But here you see, I went to the church to see my friend. Now I'm going to the church, but not to pray, but I want to see my friend. I'm going for another reason, for another purpose. That is not, for praying, right? So that means in this case, you will use the uh, definite article the. But if you're going for the same purpose that it was established for, then you will not use any article. Similarly, if you look at this sentence, my brother is in prison for robbery. So I'm not using the, and that means anybody who robs goes to prison. Okay, because it is a place for punishment, right? So anybody who robs goes for prison, so I don't have to use any definite article here. But here Ken is going to the prison to see his uncle. No, he's not going to the prison, or he's not arrested. Okay, he's just going to the prison to see his uncle. Now the purpose is different, right? This is how you guys have to understand. Okay, any doubts here, ma?